And this is the global forecast for September 2016. Let's get a few of the basics out of the way. Pluto is standing still in September and is starting to move forwards again. No big deal because he's not really touching any of the other planets in the sky. Uranus is moving retrograde in Aries. Again, no major influence here because he's not touching anything else. Chiron is still going retrograde in Pisces, not touching anything else. Saturn and Neptune are squaring each other for the final time in 35 years. I think I've got that right. The next time Saturn, no, I've got that wrong actually. The next time Saturn will square Neptune will be in about 21 years' time. But we can wait for that one. But let's get through this one first. And this is being amplified by the eclipse of the Sun on the 1st of September. This is opposite Neptune and squaring Saturn, and its effects are already being felt by a lot of people at a personal level. It's likely to bring over the coming first couple of weeks of September further geophysical and weather abnormalities. There's a lot of undersea stuff going on, I suspect. There's a lot of drownings in recent weeks. I suspect that Saturn square Neptune is going to bring more of the same. Changes to the land structure, changes to the water structures over the coming couple of weeks. But by the time we're into the second eclipse of September, the partial eclipse of the moon on September the 16th, we're exiting eclipse season and things will be beginning to come back down to earth again. There's also a blooming Mercury retrograde in the second half of Virgo. And it's not really affecting any of the outer planets once we're into September 2nd or 3rd and Mercury retrograde leaves Jupiter alone. But it's still being a bit of a pain to a lot of people. So with Mercury retrograde until the 22nd of September, the message to everyone is basically clear. Don't go buying new houses, new cars. Don't go making major changes, of course, or changing your plans. You can carry on with what you're doing, fine. But no major changes, not on a Mercury retrograde. It just doesn't make sense, especially with that Mercury retrograde square Mars, which it will be. And here we come to the main aspect of September 2016. Not only Saturn square Neptune, but the Sun square Mars. The Sun is going to be within 5 degrees of squaring Mars from the start of September to the second week of October. And this is not an easy angle. It brings feistiness. It brings a sort of itch you can't scratch. It's like people going out of their way to be just that little bit more than normal, not aggressive, but overly assertive and projective. So the sensible people will be backing right off and not letting situations get out of control. Saturn is moving forward, not worried by this once he's cleared Neptune, which won't be until the end of the month, but the more we get into the end of the year, the happier I am as far as Saturn and Sagittarius goes. Jupiter's going to be moving into Libra. This happens on September the 9th, and this is going to usher in a whole new energy for a lot of people. Many Virgos will be glad to see Jupiter leave, and many Librans will be glad to see Jupiter arrive, because Jupiter actually is not too bad in Libra, prefers Libra to Virgo any day of the week. Saturn square Neptune is the biggest aspect of the year. It's and it's finalising this month. The actual date of the final pass is the 10th of September, just as Jupiter moves into Libra. Can't help but feel, folks, that the first 3 weeks, especially the first 2 weeks of this month, pretty mad. Right in between two eclipses, on a Mercury retrograde, with Saturn square Neptune. Pressure's not off yet. And with Mercury retrograde, we're not going to be getting clear perspective. But once we're into the second half of September, things will begin to lighten up. And once we're out of the Mercury retrograde, September the 22nd onwards, we will start to be able to piece things together in a way that's coherent and clear. But best off leaving any large-scale, long-term, big changes of plan until October. I'm so looking forward to October, November and December. At least they're going to have something forward looking about them, and it's going to be well different to the first 9 months of this year, hopefully in a positive way. Catch you next month, world. Bye.